my trading strategy. What's going on, guys? Sniper Doofus back with another video. This one here is going to be completely about my whole trading strategy, something that I've kind of developed over the last few months and have enabled me to actually become profitable within the market. So with that said, let's just get into it. So first, we just got to start off with, I'm not a financial advisor, so do trade at your own risk. Now, what you're going to need to know is kind of just some basic terms such as support, resistance, trend, break, and retest. So to check that out, I've actually made a video on it, and that really covers 99% of the things in my strategy, except recently I've been using something else which will go on later. So if you want to check out this video, this is kind of what the thumbnail looks like. It's one of the first ones on my channel, so just check out Beginner's Guide to Forex, and that's the link to that is obviously in the description. So taking a look here, this is literally what my strategy looks like. Even though it's a really bad drawing, this is what it looks like. So we can see that with this arrow here, I'm identifying a trend. So this here, I'm looking for it. I can see here it's going up, obviously, and we can see here that it hits this point. So this here, if you've seen the previous video, the Beginner's Guide to Forex, this here would be defined as either the ceiling or the resistance. Then we can see it breaks, and then that same ceiling or resistance now becomes a support. So that's really where you want to enter in, and you simply just mark that up as a key level. And obviously it's just the same thing for the downtrend, but just kind of the other way around. So we'll look at using the Fibonacci retracements, and I'll kind of go over what that looks like, how to use it in just this short clip. Alright guys, so I'm back and I'm on an actual chart. Don't mind the ads, I'm just a broke ass 19-year-old, but we can already see here that we can see I put this arrow in because this here is really just going up. So it's just that simple. You just want to put the arrow in and it's going towards the upside. Then you kind of want to just gonna mark up some basic key levels, such as we can see here it's being a support, 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 and then here you can see its resistance level there. Alright, so there we can find a kind of like a key level, and there's also a small one right here. So with that, I'm actually going to use my Fibonacci retracement tool. So to find that, you kind of want to go here and then just scroll down here and you can find it. So then what you're going to want to do is use your fib from really just like this area here. So I'm using this low down here, and I'm going to want to move it to this high up here. So let's just say that after this candle here, all this information is not there. So I'll kind of just try and put a white thing there, so then you guys can't see it. So after that, you're going to want to enter in on a key level. So we can see here that it's a bit of a resistance, and then here it like then becomes a support, right? So that's kind of like an area we're looking to enter in on. But a really important note is that on this key level, you would really want it to be within that 0.5 to 0.6 on the fib chart. So here we can see that a perfect entry on this trade would be right here, in between this 0.5 to 0.6 on this key level. Target this one up here, and obviously you can just have your stop loss maybe below that 0.6 or below this kind of 0.78. So here we can see that obviously this trade kind of just goes up and hits that take profit, but then obviously once it does kind of come up to around a 1-to-1 risk to reward, you can close half the position, or maybe you just want to have a tighter stop loss, or you could just move your stop loss to break even after it moves up a little bit, right? So that's really it's really that simple. Now keep in mind, if we just flip this chart around and it's actually in a downtrend, when it's going down, then that means you're going to want to use your fib from the high and drag it down to the low. So really just the opposite of what's going on. So once again, here it's in an uptrend, so I'm going from the low to the high like that, looking to enter in on the 0.5 within on that key level. But then when it's in a downtrend, so the opposite, once again, just from the high down to the low. So it's really just that simple. So back to the lecture. So taking a look at these drawings, I know you might view them as kind of silly, right? But I'll actually just bring up a photo of when this chart here, or like this drawing, looks really similar to the real charts. So here we can see that here I've got my mouse. We can see that this is a downtrend. I've put in my arrow. So here I've put in my arrow. Then I'm kind of just marking up these levels. So here I can see that it's support level there and then it's resistance here. So I've drawn in that level. Then once again I can see that it's a bit of a resistance here, and previously it was a support, but you just can't see it here. So I've drawn that up. Here it's support level here. Isn't really too much of a resistance, but it is a resistance here. So I did actually mark that up. But what we can see here is that it's really just really similar, like this photo of a real life chart to this photo here, and you can see it's kind of like pretty predictable. And this is what is called price action. So that's really the entire strategy that I've just made in 3 minutes. So the challenges to actually trading like Forex or stocks or something like that is really just psychological. It's mostly like over trading, where you want to just keep on entering the market just so you can get more profits, but it actually makes you enter in on bad setups and you end up losing money. Another thing is revenge trading. Now that's when you lose money and you get really mad, so you just enter back in on that same pair or whatever, same stock, and you just keep on doing this to try and chase your money back that you've lost. And trust me, I did this one time and I lost $7 when I first started, and it was the worst feeling I've ever had. Now at the start, obviously you have no experience, so you don't really have too much confidence in your strategy. Now I know a lot of people kind of have this and they look for signals and that sort of stuff. My advice is to just keep trading, keep working on your craft, and at the end of the day you'll end up being a bit more confident, you'll understand the charts a lot more, and you'll be able to trade for yourself. Another thing is kind of finding shortcuts. So as I said, bring up signals, that's kind of just paying someone else to tell you when to buy and telling you when to sell in the markets. I really think that this is one of the worst things you can do, as it really just slows down your learning or gets rid of your learning completely, and then you're not going to be able to really just live wherever in the world you want, trade Forex wherever you want in the world. You know, that photo of obviously someone just sitting on a laptop with a beach in front of them trading stocks. You're not going to be able to do that if you take shortcuts. And then obviously the next thing is wanting to quit. So with trading, most people kind of just get in it 1 to 2 weeks, lose all their money, they're out. For me, I've put in over 9 months, and for that I didn't really want to quit, because once you make your first few dollars, you actually just want to keep on coming back into the market. But I think that you should really just stick it out, because to get a degree where you earn $80,000 a year, it takes you 3 years. But with Forex, if you put 3 years into it, you really study, you don't take shortcuts, you work on your craft. Instead of making only 80 grand a year, you can be making 10 million a year. So it's really that simple, alright? That's all there is. At the end of the day, it just comes down to experience. Stick to it, don't take shortcuts. And if you want to see more examples, of me kind of just like trading my own strategy and how I make my money in Forex, or just like trading stocks, just check out some other videos that I have, which are pretty raw, and just kind of go over the trades I took and the reasons why. So that is my becoming profitable trader, trading $2,000, and also just my live analysis that I do every week. So those are really just the 3 videos, or the 3 series I guess, that you should check out if you kind of just want to watch me apply my knowledge, how I taught myself, and that sort of stuff. I do also have some feature videos that you should check out. I think that'll be pretty cool if you're just interested in those. And that's it. See ya.